gonna tell you, like, that's wrong. Whether you're doing it or whether you're not doing it, whether you think it's right, whether you think it's wrong, he's still gonna tell you, he's gonna tap you on the shoulder, he's still gonna enter the room, and he's gonna say, you are something else. But you don't believe the lie. Therefore, you have room for repentance and growth. Or you simply believe the truth. And if you want to smoke, that's what you want to do. And if you want to light a blunt, that's what you want to do. I don't think he's snatching points off for that necessarily. He might be snatching back a few seconds every here and there. But his plan is going to prevail anyway, because you know the truth. It's when you believe the lie that you tell yourself. Y'all, don't believe the lies, because you can be deceived and not even know it. The Bible also says that even his elect, I think this video is going to cut off, y'all, but even the elect, even the ones that he's chosen, even the ones that he's walked with, even the ones that he's been around, Adam and Eve, he put them together and spoke directly. It's when you believe the lie that you tell yourself, that you might tell yourself. Some people, I don't know. That your life is no longer in truth. Y'all, the world is going to become a tough place. And if you don't have the truth, you can be very easily misguided, y'all. And I've seen a lot of people do it for money. I've seen people do it a lot for a lot of gain, y'all. I've seen a lot of stuff, actually. I've seen a lot of things, y'all, actually. A lot of people will look at me and be like, he's doing his thing, y'all. I've been homeless for the last 7 months. Doing God's work, of course. So I wouldn't dare complain. Because that benefit me more than jumping into something that was gonna lead me astray. Anything. Anything. Gossip, envy, jealousy, nope. He said nope. You think this is a punishment? No, look at all that you've learned. Look at all that you've seen in the streets. Look at how you've learned about how people move. Look at what you learned about people's faces. And y'all, this is another thing. People think it's okay to just go and just sleep around. Y'all don't understand. It is. Do what you want to do. I would never be the one to judge. I don't care. It's not my business. I don't know if you don't tell me. I gotta like that. I gotta light on that. I'm sorry. Judge me if you want to. I am prepared. Y'all, this is a person that's been through a lot. And I think God is continuing to let the video go because I think He wants me to get it out to y'all. Because y'all, I have seen a whole lot, y'all. It's been a whole lot. And I'm so in God that a lot of it didn't even faze me. Like, a lot of people might not know that I was raped, or might look at me and not even believe, because I'm just such a up person. Like, when you got the spirit of God in you, when you got the spirit of God in you, that man went on a cross, looked at everybody and was like, man, they don't love me, but I'm still getting up here on this cross because I love them. So when you got that in you, you don't really let it phase you, even though it hurts, because you have God to keep you strong. You have God to shape you and mold you and make you let that pressure just erupt in you. And do it in such a gracious way, y'all. People always say, you act like you perfect. You act like you know everything. Baby, tell me something I don't know. Then we can both know everything. Until then, I believe what God tells me, and I believe what I feel, because I don't connect to all of the gossip. No, I don't need to come Netflix and chill with you because I don't even watch TV. I cut a movie on to go to sleep. My recreation is talking to God day in and day out. I'll be walking down the street. People probably think I'm crazy because, I'm just having a conversation with him. We having a real life conversation right down the street. That's how much I love God, y'all. Judgment is coming. I'm prepared. I don't care. I don't care. God put me on this earth to tell y'all the truth. Y'all. I know a lot of people are going to be like, he just became so ugly to me because he's smoking on a black him out. Yo. It's okay. The people that are meant to connect with you, they connect with you and they carry on with you and they move with you. And those that are connected to me do the will of God. It's not to say that they don't do their own will. Let me put it like this. It's not to say they don't do what God tell them not to do. But the people that are connected to me and the people that travel with me and the people that are going to continue with me do what God says do. Because, honey, like I said, he's going to use you either way. His will is going to be done either way. But there's safety and reassurance in knowing who he is, because he can tell you where to go and where to not go. He can tell you what to do and what to not do. He can tell you what's the truth versus the lies that we believe, that we tell ourselves. There are a lot of times that we look in the mirror. I do it too. I'm not pointing the finger at nobody. When you point the finger, you got 3 pointing back at you. I'm not that kind of guy. I was sent here to heal and to love and to give a message and to give a clear, concise message. And there's people that can watch this video and there could be people that are like, but Marv, you smoking, it's not right. But I'm not lying to myself and telling me that it is. I'm praying, God, remove the taste out of my mouth if it's not something that you want me doing, because honestly, I want to open a wine and cigar lounge. And say, Marv, well, you used to, I don't care what I used to. And the name is Kingdom. There's a difference between those two people. There's a difference between the person that everybody knew before, or everybody thought that they knew before. Y'all, I'm sorry if this video is long, but if y'all hanging with me, y'all are hanging with me till this thing cut off. Y'all are riding with me till this thing cut off, because allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is KINGDOM, and I'm rapping on this microphone. Hey, yeah, I got a little rap in me too. I'm a work in progress. If this video cuts off, I'm definitely going to talk about this again on my podcast. The link will be below this video. A lot of people say you're so melodramatic. Oh, I'm calm. I'm calm all the time. We need to make calm popular. So a lot of people can get the stick from up their behinds. A lot of people can stop being angry all the time. A lot of people can understand that the devil will continuously, if he sees that something can make you mad, it's what I have to tell my sister all the time. There are so many people with built up anger and rage and envy in this world that don't even, that lie to themselves every single day. I'm okay, I'm okay, I'm okay, I'm okay. But they house this rage and this envy and this anger and this jealousy. And that's why it's important to have people like myself around, because in times to come, y'all, the world is just going to continue to get crazier. It's people that see the world. This is the biggest lie and the biggest deception ever in the history of man. That things are going to be perfect in this lifetime. The Bible says there will be a new heaven and a new earth. That means that the old heaven has to die out. That means the old has to die out. That means the old has to die out. That means the old earth has to go away. Not in this lifetime. Because what we also know is that the Bible is supposed to be here to teach us the things that are going to take place before. The things that are going to take place before the new heaven and the new earth. Things that are going to happen that are going to usher in his official presence so that he can reign here on earth with us. And we can reign here on earth with him. And that means being calm. That means being cool. That means knowing that he's your dad. You know, I tell a lot of people a lot of times too, you know, I might not have everything that I want, but everything that God's given me is appreciated because of the simple fact that God has everything. If you are a child of God, you know that God has everything. That's how you know you're a child of God. When you understand that God has everything. Everything God owns. Everything is under God's order. Everything is under God's command. Nothing moves without the power of God in it, nowhere, at any time. So when you know that, then you know that, hey, I'm a child of God. Everything is at my leisure as well, in his time, in his way, in his doing, because outside of a father, he's still God. This is still my job and my role and my duty. God, as your dad, I can give it to you, but as God, you still have to go through the lesson to get what I have that I can give to you. And some people I would just give to anyway, but they actually believe the lies that they tell themselves. You know, a lot of people, a lot of times I could hear a lot of evangelists, and I could hear a lot of pastors preach. Stop believing the lie that the devil has put in your head, that you're not ugly, and that you're not pathetic, and you're not lame, and you're not this or you're not that. And indeed, you are not that. You are not any of those things. You are what God says you are. Every day of the week, every hour of the day, every minute of the hour, every second of the minute. You are exactly what God says you are, has said you were from the beginning. No matter what you decide to do, or no matter what you decide to think. But the biggest thing to rival the thing that the devil says, which mental health is very important for that very reason, because whenever you hear a negative thought like that, you're able to rebuke it and dispel it. You're able to cast it down. You're able to say, I rebuke that and I send it back to the pits of hell. You're able to say, I rebuke that. That's not who God said that I am. I rebuke that lie that the enemy has put in my ear. I rebuke that thing that that girl said about me the other day, because that's not who God said I am. I rebuke that thing that man said about me the other day, because that's not who God said that I am. But it's a difference when you believe the lie that you are telling yourself. A lot of the things that we do in this lifetime are not okay. It was never okay to crank up a car and to drive it down the road. Yet it seems okay. Yeah, you said it was okay. Yeah, somebody said it was okay. Yeah, the government approved that it was okay. Yeah, the FDA was approving that it's okay, has approved that it's okay, and will continue to prove that it's okay, because everybody is set on a paycheck, and people will do stuff for a paycheck to get by, regardless of whether it's okay or not. But it's believing the lie to go outside and to crank up a car and to use the gas and the coal and to put it into the atmosphere. And to know that the atmosphere is going to deteriorate every time you do it. And to say that it's okay does not make it okay. There are people that tell me, hey, I don't smoke cigarettes in my house. That's not okay. But it's okay for me to go outside and smoke a cigarette outside, because that is a whole lot better. And just because we said that it's okay does not make it okay. It's when you believe the lie that everything goes to hell. It's when you start believing the lie. That's the greatest deception. The greatest deception is believing that everything is going to be A1, day one, peaceful, chicken teriyaki, General Soul, sopped up under some fried veggie rice with a nice cold soda pop on the side, because a nice cold soda pop ain't never did nothing to nobody. Maybe a little bit, but mind your business. But that's the greatest deception, because we already know that things are going in the direction. But that's why it's good to know the truth. And when you know the truth, you can see faces. This is not a gift that God can only give to me. God can give this gift to anybody. You can get on your knees and pray and ask God for the gift, or any gift in the spirit. Any gift in the spirit. You can go and ask God for anything that you want, and you can receive it in Jesus' name. Today, right now, if you believe it, because that's the only way things work in this lifetime, is if you believe that something's going to take place, then it probably is. If you think about something taking place, a lot of times it probably is. That's how things work in this lifetime. That's what the thing with this music. People say, I want peace. I want peace. I want peace to come. I want things to change in the world. I want justice in the world. I want to be the world to be just this peaceful, restful place. I just want all the violence to go. But get on, 5 or 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different songs and preach a message that's of violence, or preach a message that's of drugs, or to preach a message that's of cruelty, or to preach stuff of illicit sex, knowing that whenever you put it out into the atmosphere and there are enough people to repeat it over and over again, like a chant, whenever there are enough people to do that, there are enough people to manifest that thing continuously over and over and over again. No matter how many times you go outside with your sign, no matter how many times you think about the white picket fence, no matter how many times you go and stand at the White House, no matter how many meetings. That's why I don't vote, because a lot of stuff that we do is just counterproductive. Because I'm one of the ones that's singing the music. Just to be quite honest. God is still working on me, y'all. I'm not perfect, but I wanted to get on here as real as I could be. No, I will not be smoking in every one of my videos, but it made me feel comfortable to be myself. Because if the only thing at the end of the day is that somebody can say about me is that, oh, he's a bad person because he got on a video and he's promoting cigarettes. I would never get on anywhere and promote a cigarette knowing that it's bad. I'm going to actually tell you the truth. And if you should decide to go and to smoke a cigarette, then you decided to go and smoke a cigarette. You cannot blame me for your decisions. I will clearly tell you whether it's the right thing or the wrong thing in my eyes, because who's to say what's right or what's wrong? But in this lifetime, if you can't hear God, you need to hear somebody, and you need to hear somebody that you can trust. And you need to hear somebody that you can trust. And somebody that you can trust will tell you not to even trust them. That's why I tell people around me all the time, don't trust me, don't trust nobody. Move how God is allowing you to move, because God can do everything that he's doing on his own. But don't get don't get that twisted up with the fact that you don't need anybody. We all need people. Jesus had 12 people with him. One did him dirty. Yeah, we are the church. We are the church. I think that's why God kind of dismantled the structure of the church right now, because we are the church. Our bodies are the church. It's like when Jesus went and he said that in 3 days I will destroy this temple, and they thought he was talking about a building. We call it church, the building, the actual brick and mortar, but we are the church. We are the brick and mortar. And that's why God sends you people. That's why God sends you people. And that's why it's important to know a person by their fruit. It's easy to get mixed up in the ice and in the jewelry and in all that glitter and glam stuff. And I'm not putting that down or judging nobody for that, because I want to experience me a paddock. Right now I got me on a 888. So you know where that came from, but I look good in it. And y'all don't feel sorry for me, because I know I said in this video that I've been homeless for the last 7 months. But God has allowed me to make good money, y'all. And He's allowed me to have a roof over my head. Because homeless don't always mean you're on the streets. Granted, some nights I was. Granted, some nights were hard and I had to sleep in the car. You know, granted, some nights I had to stay in places where I didn't necessarily want to be. People think, a lot of people think you're so perfect. You think you're so perfect, you're so perfect. I don't think that. I think I've seen a lot of stuff. And I continue to see a lot of stuff. And because I'm able to have a smile on my face. Because I'm able to see the joy in God's promises that are fulfilling in my life now. That I can say that it was all worth it. It was, it was tragic and it was terrible. I think I also said in this video that I was raped as well. It's been a lot of traumas. It's been a whole lot of traumas in my life, y'all. I guess people look at me like, you got it. No, I bear the spirit. I'm a warrior. It's one thing to say that you got through something and you went through it. But it's another thing to know that you've overcome it. And that God has helped you through it. And know that your happiness and your joy and your peace is God. There are a lot of people that probably hate on me for no reason. I don't do a darn bit of acting. I can't hide my emotions for a darn thing. But I am who I am because it's who God made me. Y'all, this video has been almost at an hour. And I feel like I kind of been rambling, but then again, I kind of feel like I've been giving y'all some real good stuff. Because yeah, it's peaches and cream and stuff now. But whenever the world starts going crazy and the amount of people that's running around here now talking about I can't trust nobody, I can't do this for nobody, walking around getting an attitude with different people for no reason because it's unhealed trauma, but you still want to cut on the radio and listen to people get shot up and then believe that's how life is supposed to be, and then that's the life that you live. And it's not the truth. It's just simply not the truth. Well, I am gonna get out of here because it's been over an hour, and I said I was gonna go until it cuts off, but I want to get to an ending place because I don't want to have to do a part 2. You guys, if you don't take anything else from this video, know that I love you. Know that I'm a non-judgmental person. A lot of people might look, I have nothing to base my judgment on right now at this point in period in my life. I've taken so many L's. I've seen so many things. I've been in so many places. And there will be people that actually believe that I have more than they do because I know who I am. I know what I can have. And I know that it does not make me or break me. I know that it does not make me and is not supposed to make me a certain type of person. And neither should you. And neither should anyone. We should all be lifting each other up at all times. Having each other's back at all times. And having the courage enough to tell the truth, to tell you the truth. Because like I said, I'm not knocking nobody for doing nothing that you need to do to get yourself by. I can't say that I've been in a position to do things to get me by. It's when you start believing the lie that you tell yourself. That is a problem. I love y'all. I'ma say it again. I love y'all. I'm promise y'all. I promise y'all. I've done a lot of things. I've seen a lot of things. I know a lot of things. And I don't know everything. But what I do know, I speak on. And that's the only thing I speak on. You can, there are people around me that come to me and they want to, they want to vent and they want to get into the gossip and other people's business. But anybody that has ever been around me will be or could tell you. He will tell you in a quick minute, I don't want to hear nobody else's business. I don't want to know nobody else's story. No, I didn't watch that video. I don't care to, I care to keep my mind clear. I care to keep my mind strong enough so that when the devil comes to play on the minds of many people and to get them to believe the deception to the game that he has planned, my mind needs to be strong. I don't need to know what this person did in this video. I don't need to know what this person did on TV, and I'm not knocking you for watching a video or doing TV. People get me messed up in that area of life too. Do what you got to do, but know when you come around me, that's not what I do. That's not what I care about. That's not the kind of person that I am. I don't care about that kind of stuff. I don't care what Cardi B dropped. I care. I would care more to hear her life story. I don't care what Lil' Kim did at the concert. I would care more to hear her story.